So many cards with Team Diamonds, obviously legends, and now we're getting Mix It Up Monday cards. There are so many cards that have recently came out that I have to start updating these top 10s a little bit faster. And we're going to start it off with the top 10 wide receivers here for you guys today. This position is loaded. One of the better ones where there's going to be a lot of good cards left off. So if your card's not here, that doesn't mean they're bad. Remember, this is a stacked wide receiver group here today. But if you guys enjoy top 10s like this, I also do gameplays on all the new cards. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're on that road to 40,000 subscribers. But other than that, man, let's get right into number 10. If you are looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code CHEW for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. To start off the list, we do have Jimmy Smith, aka Lightning, at number 10, and I will say this is one of the more underrated names in the game right now. He is better than some of the 92s, 93s we are getting in the game. Obviously, you guys know that overall on their actual card never matters. It's the actual stats right here and the abilities they get. For wide receiver, abilities don't truly matter this year. Everyone's using AP on their quarterback, and you catch everything regardless. So unless you're using apprentices, I don't think really people are touching anything. But compared to other guys like Team Diamonds especially, those guys are all 92s. None of those guys get 92 speed besides one guy who's 5'10". So Jimmy Smith, although being old, is still really good. He has 92 base, 6'1's a good height as well, 91 deep, 90 short, 2 catching stats at above 90 as well. Yeah, Jimmy Smith, like I said, underrated name value card right here, but if you know ball, you know this dude's an absolute dog in this game. Now moving over to number 9, we got Big Mike Irvin. Obviously, this card was one of the most expensive in the game when he initially came out. I believe the last time I did a top 10 wide receiver list, which I think was 2.5 weeks ago, he was actually number 1. That's how long it's been and how many wide receivers we've got. Now he's down to number 9. This card is still very good. He got reduxed and he's actually really cheap now. I think he's below 250K as I'm looking at this card. He obviously is another guy that's a little bit bigger, 6'2", so he's a little taller than Jimmy Smith. 92 speed, and all of his stats are above 90 besides the normal catching and catching traffic. So really good stats across the board. I think he gets a special bucket too, being an all Madden card. Yeah, but like I said, you're probably not using any of these, especially for 3 to 4 AP. Right now, the game is all quarterback ability dependent, so sadly, all these wide receivers kind of play the same when it comes down to abilities, right? So now we move over to number 8, and if you guys remember, when they first initially showed this card, they showed him with 91 speed, and he looked like one of the worst cards to come out, especially being an LTD, but they did end up boosting him up to a 92. I don't know why I clicked LB on accident there, but you can see he's 90 plus in all of his stats, 90 plus in catching, 90 plus in all the route running. He's really good. He's 6'3" as well, but the thing is there's nothing really separating him compared to a lot of the other cards in the game. We have some very good cards in Madden right now. I'm telling you guys, the wide receivers, we have a bunch of 93 speed guys, and we have guys that are even taller than him right now in the meta, or even goes into better theme teams. I kind of value that a little bit when all the wide receivers are so close. But the good news about him, obviously, Harvest same team. Yeah, he goes in Harvest. I know Dolphins is one of the best. He gets Dolphins too. Chris Carter's a demon. He is kind of expensive, but he might be worth it if you're running a theme team with him. But number 7, this is actually the only card on the list that I have not been able to use yet, and it's going to be Puka Nacua. I know this card is very similar to Chris Carter. I think you can switch them out, or like from their positions if you really wanted to, from number 8 and 7. It's not a big deal, but you can see across the board, he probably is the best statistic wide receiver in the game. They blessed his stats. 92 plus in all of the catching, which is insane, or 92 at all the catching. He has 92 plus in all the route running, 293s right there, and then obviously he has a big body too, 6'1". I personally think 6 foot to 6'2", they run the routes the best. I think the taller guys, obviously they have their benefits, agging and whatnot, but the guys that are 6 foot to 6'2", I swear, not only can they have the chance to ag having decent height, and they also just run routes kind of like the smaller guys too. So a guy like Puka Nacua, a dog in this game. It sucks that he doesn't have his likeliness, no hair, he doesn't have his face scan as well. It kind of looks like a goober out there, but still a dog card in Madden. Now we go to number 6, and this is another 91 overall, but everybody has this card, Randy Moss. So obviously I have to go in my binder. I'm running a Raiders same team, so he is 93 speed here, but normally being 92 speed, Randy Moss is a 6'4" guy, the tallest guy in this list so far, and I believe actually the tallest guy in this list, or at least tied for it. Randy Moss is a dog, man. He has obviously good stats too. The catching, only one being 90 is okay, especially when you have all your rounding above 90. I think being 6'4" will bail him out as well. Gift wrapped is broken, so I wouldn't worry too much about the 88s. Randy Moss, a dog. We've all been using him. Goes into some of the best teams in the game as well. You got to have him on your team. And being a free card, he probably should still be playing for most of you. He still plays for me. Now moving into our top 5, we have our first 93 speed player of the list. I know some people don't like the smaller guys, but 5'10", honestly, I think speed is a big deal. On defense, I would prefer a little bit of height, like on wide receiver, especially with being able to catch everything, a guy like Djax is so valuable. You guys saw in the gameplay, I still keep him on my team too, especially in that Raiders. This dude is a dog. He has 92 plus in all the route running, so he fries. Being a smaller guy too, like I said, I love the smaller guys because they get open a little bit more, and especially when you add top end speed on that, No one's guarding this card. It goes in literally all the good teams too. Eagles, Raiders. I think he gets Washington, who's pretty solid as well. And I think I'm forgetting one too. Is it Buccaneers? I think Buccaneers is okay right now. Djax is one of the best wide receivers in the game. And he's also cheap. I think he's one of the cheaper guys. He's like $352 for one of the best wide receivers, a top 5 receiver in the game. Gotta have him. So at number 4, I know he is only 92 speed, and I know he is lacking in the catch and traffic and the short running. But if you guys have used this card or played against him, you know how good he truly is. 6'4", 220, so a great build. And I know some people like to wonder, can he juke? I know a lot of people, actually one of the biggest things, some people always bring up the juking stat. I actually don't know where it's at, 79 juking. As you guys know, that has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with how good their juke animation is. All it has to do with that is their weight. You have to be below 246 pounds to get the good juke animation. Doesn't matter what they're. You could have one juke and you'll still get the good juke animation as long as you're below 246. Matt Collins is a dog. He obviously is one of the tallest guys on this list, so him and our guy Randy Moss are very similar. The thing I like about Mac, though, he gets Harvest, and he also can get another Chem 2, and he fits in perfect. He gets Dolphins, one of the most popular. Raiders is also really good. He gets Eagles, too, so he gets all the good team chems. Great in Harvest. He's great by himself with no theme team as well. Yeah, Matt Collins got to be here, man. One of the best wide receivers and also one of the more popular cards you're seeing out there in head-to-head. Now we move into our top 3, and Devontae Smith. This card is insane. So he's kind of like a better Djax, if you will. So he's 2 inches taller. You're getting 93 speed, and you can see the stats across the board. 93 base catching. He has 91 spec, 92 short, and the 91 in the medium and the deep. He is 6 foot, so like I said, 2 inches taller than Djax, so that's why you're seeing him much higher on the list. He also gets that Eagles theme team, which is huge. But Devontae Smith is one that we saw earlier at the Slim Reaper. We know he gets good animations. We know he runs routes really good because he has that good 6-foot frame. I love Devontae Smith, man. This card's a dog. It's kind of hard doing top 10 wide receiver videos because, like I said, this is like the first year where their abilities don't do anything. There's no use. And deep out elite is worthless this year. You don't need route tech because this is like a 90% zone year. It's kind of tough to say, but at the end of the day, I think Devontae Smith on base stats, a base build, and animations alone is definitely top 3. So at number 2, we have the guy we actually did a gameplay video on yesterday, Stephon Gilmore. This card, so fun to use. He had probably, I think we had like 180 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think it might have even been 3. I can't really remember. We recorded so many gameplays on the channel, but 93 speed on him, 6'1", so we're finally getting that 6'1" at 93 speed, the fastest / tallest guy we've shown yet. He has 92 plus in all the route running, 92 plus in all the catching too. This card's elite. It does suck. This is kind of the promo that started the outrage in the MUT community. If you guys have not heard, people are pack striking again because how expensive these guys are, and they're not LTDs. But if you can get your hands on him, Stephon Gilmore, this card is super fun. He wears Jordan 1s in game. A little bias here from me. You know, love him myself. But Stephon Gilmore, elite, man. One of the better gameplays I've recorded as of late. Love this card, dude. I really do. I think he's a top 3 receiver, no matter how you want to rank these top 3. Number 1, we got to go with Jerry Rice, a.k.a. the GOAT. Obviously, this is not his a.k.a. card anymore. But Jerry Rice, he's a dog. 6'2", so he's still taller than Stephon Gilmore while maintaining all 6 of those major wide receiver stats, the catching, catch of traffic, spec catch, route running, all of them, all above 90. So they're all the same, hitting the same thresholds, and he's 93 speed. So you're missing out on maybe like 1 or 2 stats right there. As you guys know, this game works off threshold. As long as they're above 90, he's completely fine and going to play exactly the same. But the thing is he's just 1 inch taller. There's no real big difference. Obviously, he's more expensive. So if you're on a budget, there's no real big deal between him and Gilmore. But if you have a God squad and you can afford both, I'm not going to be the one to stop you, man. Jerry Rice is a dog. Great card. I think that Niners team might be getting a Debo team of the week as well with Ayuk in the game too. Yeah, they're kind of tough right now. All right, boys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Let me know down below which wide receiver trio are you using in the game. I currently have been switching it around. I'm in that harvesting team, so I got guys like Amari Cooper, Randy Moss, Djax, and also Matt Collins. We're alongside that Raider, so mine's a little bit weird. But with Zero Chill coming out, I might have to splurge on that Stephon Gilmore to have some fun. Let me know what you guys are rocking down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Hopefully some Team of the Week gameplay, Mike Evans free safety gameplay. We'll see you, man. I'll see you guys there. Peace out, boys.